Hey, thank you for coming by Tori Magoo 44. It is October. It's October 20th. It's rolling along, and definitely things are continuing to hop and pop. First of all, to the OTAs who left, congratulations. Excellent. Please keep speaking out. Keep telling your story. It helps everyone. It'll help you. It's a fantastic way to kind of strip off the onion. And, new things come up, and it's just a wonderful thing. I'm really proud of everybody who left. Good job. The other thing is that two fantastic books are coming out very, very soon. One of them is by Nancy Maney, and it's coming out this weekend on the Billion-Year Contract. And the other one is by Blown for Good, which is going to be November 5th. And his is at blownforgood.com. So I hope you guys definitely check into those. Get a copy of them. Get a few copies of them. The more we get out there, I have no doubt. I've talked to both of them at great lengths, and they're great stories. They really are. And Nancy has an amazing story. So does Blown for Good. I mean, they both do. They both really, Mark Hadley has a fantastic story. He worked up at Gold for 15 years. Nancy, has her own story. I mean, this is hot stuff. So as a result of these things happening, the OTA's leaving, Marty leaving, Mike Rinder leaving, these books coming out, France, may kick them out of France. There's a lot of stuff going on, right? And Scientology, as things get heavier, they're getting weirder, right? I don't know if you all know it, and I certainly am not going to pretend I know the whole story. I don't. But I heard that one of the anonymous kids, they weren't seeing him, so somebody went and checked it out, and his whole apartment had been ransacked. And lo and behold, they traced it down to who? Scientology's attorney, Moxon, Kendrick Moxon, right? And, it's unbelievable what Scientology, and this isn't every Scientologist by any means. There's plenty of good Scientologists who are not in this at all, right? At all. In fact, there's really a small proportion of the church Scientology people are actually even aware of this stuff, what goes on. I certainly wasn't, and I was helping out the Office of Special Affairs, but I had no idea. What they do is they find out what you're good at, which I was good at PR, right? So they had me do PR, and that was it. That's all I did, right? Nancy was good at investigations, so they had her doing that, right? But you don't really know what's going on. I didn't know she was doing that. I don't think she knew I was doing the stuff I was doing. It was amazing. So, anyway, Hubbard had a thing called fair game, where he wrote a policy saying you can lie, cheat, steal, destroy someone utterly if they are an enemy of the Church of Scientology. Now, to be an enemy of the Church of Scientology, you don't have to do a whole lot. Basically, if you have any viewpoint other than what they agree to, they will declare you a suppressive person. This is my suppressive person declare. I'm very proud of it. Proud to have it because they don't give them out too much anymore. They don't like me showing this. Hi, Osa. So there you go. There's my SP declare. And, they write, whatever. I made a video about it if you want to read it. It's on one of my earlier videos. But they declare you suppressive, right? And then no one's allowed to talk to you, and no one's allowed to, associate with you at all, right? Or they're declared suppressive. Okay, so at the bottom of this fair game cancellation, where Hubbard said I canceled fair game, at the very, very bottom of it, it says, this does not apply to suppressive persons. Meaning, they can do the fair game. They can lie, they can cheat, they can steal, they can destroy someone utterly. And, it's kind of a tricky thing, because you talk to people about it, and at first, the first instinct is like, no way. I mean, it just can't be. I mean, Tom Cruise is in it, John Travolta's in it, yada, yada. I mean, they're the Church of Scientology. It couldn't possibly be. And again, most of the members within what I call the Scientology Truman Show have no clue of this stuff that's going down. They don't hear about it. They don't know about it. They live in the wonderful world of Scientology. And we're all just wogs out here. That's what Hubbard said. They're just wogs. And you hear Scientologists say it all the time. He's a wog. He's the mother. She's just a wog. just this big put down thing. And even when I was in, I didn't like that. I didn't like the name of it. I didn't like the way it was. People called each other that. And the more, I'd feel it. I think this isn't right. You know what I mean? It just isn't right. So now he's broken into this anonymous person's home. And with what? Saying that it's a terrorist threat, right? When I left Scientology, I escaped out. I was chased across the United States of America by the Church of Scientology Office of Special Affairs, okay? I got out of the Tampa airport thanks to the Tampa police, okay? And my three friends, Jesse Prince, Bob Minton, and Stacy Brooks, right? And Stacy and I, whenever we would travel, it was unbelievable. Automatically, her luggage would have to go through this big drug test thing, which I'd never even seen. Again, it was something I'd never even seen. And it would have to go through this big, long test thing. They'd have to check it out. Was she okay to, go on the airline? And I'd say, what is this shit? So, Scientology, they do it all the time. They call up and say, I'm carrying drugs. And, they just do this stuff. And it's like unbelievable that people just, okay, it's an anonymous thing. It must be true. And, I think to some degree people have to check it out. But there's also a degree where whoever's doing that, where they do stuff like that, take a lead from Scientology and stop something or hurt someone or whatever, you need to follow up and say, well, wait a minute, Kendrick Moxon, what was the actual facts on it, right? What actually happened on it? Actually. Not the BS that's going to come rolling out of there, but what are the real factual statistics? And that needs to be looked at, okay? And for everybody who's picketing, who's speaking out, who's posting, stay strong, okay? Because they want you to whittle down. They want to divide and conquer. They want people to feel frightened, so they shouldn't speak out. No, this is the United States of America and many other countries around the world. You have a right to your own freedom of speech, okay? And they do not have the right to take it away. They do not. And if for no other reason, I'm standing strong for that, and also for the families that Scientology continues to break up on a daily basis, and their medical abuses. Much of this is going to be written in Nancy Maney's book and in Blown for Goods. I hope you get their books. In the meantime, have a fantastic rest of the week, and I love you guys. Thank you for coming to my site. Peace.